top 10 events of the year.
Yeah.
Wow. Drum roll. With first, Danica Patrick becoming the first woman to win an IndyCar race. Finally, she won a race, but her, but her persistence, determination, and such a dynamo for 5'1".
Yeah, she is something. I mean, I don't know if I would have had this up here. I mean, we discussed this.
History, though. History.
It does have some historical significance. But it's not as if this was her first race or her first time being close. She'd been a top 3 to 5 racer. She'd been top in many races over the last few years. I'm happy for her. I understand that it has some significance. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't have put it in my top 10. But,
But like I said, anything where it's like, because it's tough for women to be able to break into sports.
Especially into a show into a sport like this is incredible.
It is, definitely. And the Ryder Cup, their first victory since 1999, 16.5
Who needs
to
Tiger?
11.5. Without Tiger Woods, the U.S. did it. Wow.
I mean, look at the guys who came in. And people give Paul Azinger, we probably should have put him on our coaches, managers. I didn't even think of it.
Right.
But I mean, Anthony Kim. Mm-hmm. Phil Mickelson being motivated, or seemingly rejuvenated at this Cup. Hunter Mahan, Boo Weekley, who is John Daly without the other problems. I mean, just an incredible performance by the U.S. Mm-hmm. It's stunningly easy, which was the surprising part of all.
Right, and it brought them together because I think too, it individually each player had to focus on their strengths. And be able to do that, and you come together as a team. Because Tiger, and that's the thing, I think some of the U.S. players are even at awe of Tiger, kind of. And they also subconsciously defer to him, as well as, you're the guy we carry us,
And for some reason, it didn't, it was just, not for some reason, it just didn't happen this time, which made it successful. Mm-hmm. Number 8, we were discussing this a little bit earlier with Cristiano Ronaldo. And a lot of people didn't really know about this game, the Champions League final, which would be Manchester United-Chelsea, which would be kind of the equivalent, I guess, of a North American final. There's no sport this is nothing even comparable to this. Mm-hmm. This is the club, if you're not familiar with the Champions League, and I'll kind of expedite this, it is the best club in all of Europe. Mm-hmm. So you have La Liga in Spain, you have the German League, you have Serie 1 in Italy, and you have the EPL. And what happens is they have a club league for all the top 3 or 4 teams, depending on the league. What ended up happening was we had Man U versus Chelsea, which would be 1-2 in both in the English Premier League.
To Yanks Red Sox.
Yanks Red Sox. Yeah. And what happened was it was 1-1 in regulation. Went to overtime. There was no goals. Cristiano Ronaldo missed the penalty kick. Ironically, was stopped by Peter Cech. John Terry, who is the captain of Chelsea and the captain of the English national team, missed a kick. Put one off the post which would have won the championship for Chelsea. Missed it. And then the Man U, Ryan Giggs scored, and then Nicolas Anelka was stopped by Edward van der Sar for Man U to win the overall Champions League final. One of the most incredible endings to a game you'll ever see. Boston
Celtics, Tampa Bay Devil Rays. We talked about them. There's, Boston winning their first NBA title since '86.
Tampa going to over 100 wins, including the World Series, an incredible run.
And it's a shame that they didn't bring those bats, the runs that they scored against the Red Sox. They didn't bring them to the World Series. But
I know that hurts you.
They're a World Series contender, though, that's for sure. Definitely next year. But top 5, USA Volleyball, indoor, outdoor, 29th Summer Olympiad. Real quick,
Quickly, Phil Delasar and Todd Rogers winning the men's beach. Kerry Walsh, Misty May Trainer winning the women's beach. We have the women's volleyball team lost to Brazil indoor, and then we talked about the men's earlier under coaches.
Silver, gold, 3 golds total, and 1 silver.
Not bad.
Amazing, and that's a great story. Tiger Woods' courageous victory at the U.S. Open. Enough said. Everyone knows about
we know this.
That.
The Rocco Mediate, the 91st hole. I mean, just an incredible run.
And then the Giants upset victory over New England. We talked the undefeated New England Patriots. It
wasn't a bad game. Good catch at the end.
Yes.
And
yes.
I guess Tom Brady probably shouldn't have made too many comments. We're going to score 4. We're going to hold it to 17 points. Well, if you held it to 17 points, they'd have gone to overtime.
That's right. That's right. And then number 1, we have a tie. Just with Nadal and Federer 5-set epic, and Phelps winning the 8 gold medals in the 2 events at Phelps. The 100-meter butterfly
over Kavich, which by 1/100th of a second, and then the Jason Lezak relay where he ran a 46. he swam a 46, which is just unconscionable.
Amazing.
Catching Ellen Bernard at the end over France, and you can watch that on YouTube and just kind of shake your head how great it is.
Amazing.
Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer, John McEnroe said the greatest match of all time.
It is the greatest, greatest match ever.
Considering he played in the one prior to that, the '80 final in Wimbledon against Borg. You know, if he says it, it's good enough for me.
That's right.